Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Brought to you by Hungover Amber. Oh, my head.
How did you get hung? Well, that's a
It
dumb
was
question.
Kira's birthday.
Wait a second. That's not how that's supposed to work.
Yes, it is. So yesterday was Kira's birthday, plus a friend of ours his job's ending, so he's leaving April 1st. And then our neighbor that we're not going with, she's leaving tomorrow.
Wow.
You know, if I could figure out the volume on this thing, I might be able to turn it off during streams, but I can't quite figure it out yet. It's got a volume button and everything. I still can't figure it out. She's going to take care of her parents. So she's leaving. So we're all leaving my mom for at least 3 weeks.
Abandonment.
So it was a birthday / going away party. So yeah, I had 2.5 bottles of wine.
2.5 bottles of wine.
I bought a bottle of wine. I finished off a half a bottle of wine, and then I started another bottle. In the span of like 5 hours, but still. Yeah. It's funny when you drunk renovate too, because by the end of it, that's what we were doing. I was looking at tiles and going, I think that matches.
Close enough.
All right. It's just the usual crowd, so I'm not even going to worry about introductions. I'm really not. They're a thing. You know us. We love you.
I'm not me.
You know us. We love you. Penumbra coming in first. Good morning.
Good morning. I don't know why that came out like that.
Alice, good morning.
Maybe we're both drunk.
Dude. And the thing is, I don't mind wine hangovers because they're not as bad as liquor hangovers. And I did take some Tylenol and drink some water before I went to bed. But just like, it's one of those right behind the eye ones. And I'm just like, it's too bright in here.
It's too bright everywhere.
Pretty much. Devin says you'll have to be up even earlier next week because of daylight savings time. Just shut up. Shut up. It's fine. No, it's usually I'm on time and I'm up. Like I set my alarm and I'm up at 8:30. But yeah, that wouldn't happen this morning. I got bread. Does that count?
You got what?
She said donut. I said bread.
Oh, bread.
Kind of the same thing.
I actually do have a donut.
Oh, you sucker.
No, I don't sucker. I don't care to sucker.
Yes, laugh out loud, Jayce, with your weird voice. And lots and lots of wine. Lots and lots of wine. There's lots and lots of wine. In a goblet, too. Even in that. Yep. Now there's lots and lots of water, which I fucking hate.
Don't like water?
No. Not really. Yeah, my daughter's like, you need to quit drinking soda. You'll get used to water. I'm like, no. I've never liked the taste of water. Even with flavor packets. Fuck that.
Have you tried Meadow?
Yeah. I put so much Meadow in it ain't water anymore. What's the point of flavored water? Then it's not flavored water. That's like saying tea is flavored water. It's not the same shit. You add anything to water, it's no longer water. It's Kool-Aid at that point if it's Meadow.
Exactly. That's why people like it.
But yet you're supposed to drink water. That's what Kool-Aid and tea is. Now argue me that. That's like the chicken and the egg conundrum right there. If you add something to water, is it still water?
It's flavored water.
Okay, so it's tea. It's my flavor of water. CB says, donuts. Oh, warm donut would be good right about now. I do not donut. I love you guys. All right. As it is Sunday, and you guys know me, we got the booms. All right. So let's get this one going in 3, 2, 1, go. Boom, boom, boom.
Booms. All the booms. Boom, boom,
All
boom.
right. How did we do? What did we do?
We
Because I
did
forgot to
jack
ask.
shit.
I forgot to ask. So what did we do and how did we do it?
I have stuff that I need to do, and I haven't opened it yet.
I know that feeling. I started to watch Discovery of Witches because I realized it's Sunday and I still haven't watched it. Because I went to bed right before it came on Saturday/Sunday. Or Friday/Saturday. I was like, nope, because then I won't even want to come back to my own stream. I'm good. Let's work. So I got a chapter read and outlined. Mama Ward came in with a first bang. Yep, beat ya. Alright, so how did y'all do? CB says, running a grammar check on my story just now. I do that every couple chapters. That's a good idea. It's infuriating. Yeah, I want to actually work on typing the story, but there's no way I'm thinking straight right now. I can barely read straight.
I can't do anything straight.
Ah, shocker. You're just like you and Devin today. On a roll. And not a gluten-free roll. Devin is a gluten-free. Oh, Lord. So after we get done here, my mom's off today, so I gotta move all her stuff from one computer to the other. So she can do my taxes. Taxes. And then I gotta pack all this crap. All these books. You see this book? We'll call them the books. It's just the books. That's all it is. It's not tons of clothes behind there. No, not at all. It's infuriating because CB keeps making stupid mistakes over and over. That's just your crutch problems. We all have them. We all do it. Mine's anything with the I and the E. If there's a G in there, like I always flip it. I don't know why. Because it's the C that makes it flip, not the G. But for whatever reason.
You like to flip your G spot.
At least they're not dad jokes today.
What do you mean, at least? Too bad they're not dad jokes today.
Oh, yeah, because yesterday they were grandpa jokes. Love you. Mama Moore says, I'm splitting a book and now I need to come up with another title and blurb. I hate this part. Did you, like, overwrite it? Or... Curious. Did you see the design trend where they were putting books backwards on shelves to make them look more neutral and less distracting? What's the fun in that? I want them to be distracting. That might work, but then I would feel like my bookcase had no character because it would all be the same color. Because I honestly miss books like over here, like the like really big encyclopedia looking style. I miss those kind of books. I can fit more on a shelf, but I still miss them. I hadn't seen that trend though. I honestly hadn't.
I don't like that.
I've seen people taking like the
title.
Yeah, I've seen people taking the covered jackets off, but not turning them around. That's new. CB says, I always forget the darn comma before the closing speech marks. And I was taught 2 spaces after a full stop, 1 after a comma.
I was also taught that. That used to be a thing, and that's why you were taught that. It has grown out of style. So basically, it's an old rule that's no longer in effect. It is also one that I can't seem to stop myself from doing, because I was taught that so hardcore that it's in my brain to hit the space button twice after a period.
Well, at least CB was taught to, even if she's forgetting it, to put a comma before the closing speech, because Lord knows I don't.
You know now.
I still don't do it, because I don't know when. Would it be easier if I put commas on everything and you changed them to periods, or if I put periods on everything and you changed them to commas? I can do either, but I don't know the difference. And I'm not doing it with this book apparently either.
Hey, Mr. Sako.
Hello. Oh, welcome to the Hungover Show.
Sometimes I think I should be doing like grammar videos.
You really should, and that should be your first one. And you can even name me as a bad person for doing it. I don't care. I don't care. I just need a video on how to know one way or the other. Because you tell me and I write it down, and then every sentence I'm like, does this follow that rule?
It's the difference between an action tag and a dialogue tag.
To me, they're all dialogue tags.
Well, you don't know the difference.
Exactly.
If it's a way of getting words out of your mouth, then it's a dialogue tag. If it's not, you can't smile out a word. So that would be an action tag. So that would be a separate sentence.
See, I know the she said versus she smiled, but like if I'm ending with the person did this, or yeah, we've had this discussion many times. I still don't get it. I probably never will get it. I've been told this millions of times. I'm like, okay, I get it. And then I go to write and I'm like, I don't get it. I just don't. That's why I like when things end in questions. Because it don't matter. Let's see. I got a comma, and then he said. So I tried this time. Yeah, I did try. So you won't have so many to do when book 3 gets edited.
Some of them can get tricky because it's kind of a persnickety thing about whether certain things are dialogue tags.
Like that?
Hist is a dialogue tag. Unless, see, here's the thing. If it's a separate action, like hissing, let's say, you've been a bad student, Potter, he hissed. Versus, you've been a bad student, Potter.
That went up my nose.
The second one would be an action tag.
Well, it's definitely an action. Oh, that burns.
I was not expecting that to hit you so hard.
Oh, God, that burns. Oh, God. Oh. No, I'm drinking water because I'm hungover. That's why it burns. It went up my nose.
Because you're not used to anything so benign as water in your body.
Oh, God. That was too funny and hurt all at the same time. I try to keep the books in my fantasy series around 60,000-ish words, but the entire series is basically just a long story. Hey, I was lucky to hit under 100,000 with the second one. Oh, actually, I don't think I did. I think I was at like 109 by the end of it, 108. It was less than my first book. It looks so much smaller too, and I don't know if it's the formatting or what it was, because there's only like 3,000 word difference, which is what, 3-4 pages. So
Is it raining there?
yeah, it's Washington. What do you think?
It's just peaceful in the background.
It's actually the first day. It rained for about 20 minutes. It actually hailed for about 20 minutes yesterday, right when the party started around 5:30. But actually, this is the first day it's rained in 3 days. So for us, that's a miracle, because it ain't quite spring yet.
So what Penumbra's doing is very difficult to do.
It is a
Because
fantasy series. Aren't they supposed to be longer?
it's not that's difficult. It's the when you're separating the super long story into multiple books, making each book like a complete story
Oh, yeah.
is the challenge, because a lot of the time you need a lot of adjustments to structure it so it's a complete story, as opposed to a chapter in a longer story.
True. But when you got books like the Hobbit and all that, they didn't go back and tell what happened in the book before like you would expect most of them to do.
That's not the issue. It's you take that and it's one long story, but each book is it has a structure, a beginning, middle, and end, as opposed to separating out a long story and making where each one is basically a chapter in a long story that doesn't have the structure.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying now. Alright.
Yeah, so you are doing it right now, tweaking it to the point where it looks like it is having a series.
Yeah. I wasn't sure exactly what you meant, like, since they're cutting it, but alright. Having a series of seizures. Alright, let's get this one going. And 3, 2, 1, go. Boom!
Boom.
The boom, the boom, boom, boom. How did we do? What did we do? I made it boom again. My bad. I clicked on the next timer I wanted and it's not going. My internet is slow. Pause. Come on, you can do it. There you go. So Devin got the first boom this time. He beat Mama Ward. And we had Charlie and Laura come in. Hello, loves. Laura says, I feel like going back to my first novel and reworking it again into draft 4. Nice. There's a lot of work to rework a whole book into another book. Laura ordered rabbit food and hay. Nice.
Hey.
Charlie's working on the cover for the new single. Because like they said yesterday, they just can't wait and make it a full album. So everything's going to be singles. And we got Funky Sai. I don't believe I've seen you before. Hello, hello. Welcome. Just getting in a few minutes ago, getting some editing done. Devin, thanks for keeping the lists. Yes, we love our Tug Bottle.
Yes, he is amazing with the lists.
Master Sango got 190 words. Nice. And all the hellos. I only got about a half a chapter done that time. There's a lot of like teaching the person to play pool and lots of talk and tension, but nothing really happened to write down. So, so what? You didn't do nothing that stream or that sprint?
I was checking on a headline I saw.
So today, where is it? My card that got pulled was the moon, which is the unconscious, the shadow self, confusion, dreams, and intuition. So today, rather than reacting to events that occur, take time to reflect. If someone or something upsets you, consider why you feel so strongly about the matter. Does it remind you of something in your past? Though it may be scary or painful to look so closely at your hidden motivations, doing so will give you valuable knowledge about yourself.
Cool.
And then my rune for today is the inverted Taiwas, which I've gotten twice this week, which makes sense. Because when it's inverted, it's tiredness, blockages, low energy, paralysis of the mind, and failure to compete. Let's see. I have a drunk hangover, so I'm not competing in shit today.
You're competing with the alcohol.
And I'm tired and low energy. So
and you're losing.
I am losing energy through my ill-timed or hasty action. I'm going to go with that's very true this week. Every time I get it, I'm like, yeah, that's about right. It's all in days. Funky Size says, I thought of this stuff in the shower. I need to edit into my book.
Shower thoughts.
Always seem to happen. That's true.
You know my shower thoughts.
Yeah, you come out, hey, I gotta talk. Oh, shit. What's he thought of now?
And it's like 16 pages of notes.
Yeah. But it turns out with some good stuff, so.
Yes, my brain works really well in the shower. It gets really creative.
You need to do this. Get you some wax pencils, and there you go.
No, because I have to clean it up.
Well, if you can't get to us in time to remember them all. Why did I just go blurry? Oh, well.
You're not blurry.
Oh, anyway.
That must be the alcohol. That's just your eyes.
Uh-huh. Laura says, need to take Earth and Earth cultures out of my book, make them inspired by instead of trying to represent. Hopefully you don't have too many to take out, though. Yeah.
That's one of the difficult things with world building is, all the nuanced stuff that is seeped into you from this world.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to step away from that and create a fresh new world.
Yeah. As I've been outlining this, I'm getting to the part where I'm referencing the world that we're about to go to into book 4. So I'm like, let me write this down because I don't have it added to my spreadsheet yet. So I've got world building hints for book 4, and then I've got my outline. So good idea, but I just keep repeating it until I can send myself an email via phone. That makes sense too. It just depends on how many thoughts you have, how much you would have to repeat it.
Oh, there's no way for me.
That's what I'm saying. You have so many thoughts. You might need the writing on the wall.
No.
Well, we can't all have a good memory like you then.
I can't help that.
I didn't say you could. As my neighbor said last night, that's not my problem. I know this. I'm just making a point. I have a horrible memory, so is what it is.
It be what it be.
There's only so much medicine you can take to help yourself. After that, you just gotta scrape through.
All the ginkgo in the world.
Vitamin D, ginkgo, iron, you name it, I'd take it. It's the only way I remember half the shit I have to do every day. You could pretend you're a god and writing on the wall is okay for them. I like that idea.
Yeah, but then I have to get the walls down to my computer so I can write it all up.
Or just take a picture.
So I'm just walking down with it's like tablets coming down from on high. What'd you chisel that in the stone? No, I broke my shower part.
Do you imagine how often you'd have to do that with all the ideas you have?
Daily.
God.
The number of showers I go through.
You mean showers you take? No, the walls I break apart.
My notes. It's just rubble.
Stacks and stacks of rubble beside you. Don't touch that. That's not trash. It's my tablet. Oh, adulting is no fun. Fine, go adult. Oh, grilled cheese sounds good. You're making me hungry, Master Sako.
You're making me hungry, Master.
I know, I was like, that just doesn't. No filter. I got no filter. It's official. Jesus Christ. Holy caramba. I'd rather call Master Sako Master than what Devin wants to call me. Screw it. Yeah, I need to take my meds too, but I gotta get more food in me. CB's cooking dinner. That's what they're adulting. I guess that's fine.
One must eat.
You know, people have to remind me of that. We have tons of stuff to make tomato pasta, but we have no meat to put in it. But we cooked ribs last night, so we got a shit ton of ribs. Like 3 gallon-sized bags of ribs left over. And that's just the ones we took. Yeah, I set an alarm for my meds too, usually with lunch, but on Sundays, everybody sleeps in, so. And the kitchen is full of leftovers, so I'll have to. I can't heat that up while I'm here, because then I'll have rib sauce all over me, my hands and stuff, so. I have to wait till we're done.
That would be an interesting stream. Amber eats barbecue ribs.
Yeah, we don't want to see that.
Ass tug.
Told you I prefer ass waddle.
I tried to fix it yesterday, but
I know, but nobody would listen, and Meadow pushed
well,
it
no,
on me.
it went in a totally different direction.
Yes, it did. It very much did. Although I do like the idea of Charlie just hashtag ass tug and not telling anybody what it is. I don't get that messy. I don't know. I hadn't seen one if there is.
It was subwaddle.
It did not make it any better. All right, we're going to get off this topic and we're going to let people adult and write and we're going to work. That's what we're going to do because we're not going down that rabbit hole again. All right, we'll get this one going in 3, 2, 1, go.
It's a boom.
Da boom, da boom, boom.
I started watching stuff and
Bad.
laughing, but I needed comedy.
I ate and watched stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
See, now who you're calling bad?
But I ate while I was watching stuff.
Yeah.
Because if I don't eat, I don't take my medicine. I needed to eat. All right. So bang from Devin. That's 2 out of 3. Not bad.
2 out of 3 bangs.
And y'all are just bad. Y'all are just bad. We had Jules pop in and Chandra. Hello, hello. And CB got 101 words. And Obi, I said in undertones, speak with that person, find out who he is, what he wants, who the child is. I need to check on Pepper. Ooh. Tell him what to do. Yes, I do like your bangs.
So we get to actually talk to Chandra live next week because she is in the sprint with us.
Yep, I'm excited. Get to talk to people I don't normally get on screen, which all of y'all are always welcome. Just let me know. I wish I could get set up at a coffee shop to work. That would be great. Any place other than home would be nice. Just to say I went somewhere and did something. Which I guess I'll get to do that soon-ish, because Texas is opening everything up like dumbasses, but as long as I don't go to no bars and clubs, I think I'll be alright. I was supposed to say you're making a what? Isotoxyl hexagram. Interesting. Does it go with the song, or is that just going to be like your cover brand? Since you're releasing them all as singles. I'm curious. So what did you watch to make you laugh?
An episode of 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown. Still watching it. Well, it's paused. It's waiting for me to go back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a 45-minute episode.
Yeah.
It's basically comedians doing a game show.
That's why I always liked Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Mm-hmm.
I love improv, and those guys are just hilarious.
This one's not an improv game show. It's a, words and math game show. But it's comedians competing in it. So they're just... And they're British, so they're just horrible to each other.
That makes it that much funnier.
Oh, it's super funny.
Like, I love the British cooking shows, but, like, most of the time they're too nice, and I'm like, this is just not the way I expect Brits to be. See, that's what I was thinking. You can make that the band logo. I think that'd be really cool. I didn't know they were called isotoxyl hexagrams, but I like the hexagrams. The star shapes. I know that's what they're called, but I do like those. Yeah, I love Whose Line Is It Anyway. It is hilarious.
I'm not sure if CB is talking about Whose Line or 8 out of 10 Cats, because CB is from Great Britain.
That's true. That's true.
which means that it could be either show, but
This is true.
they are one of the few people who would know that show. Yes, the birds can be vicious as hell.
On occasion, or I guess in everyday life you're probably not, but
8
it's
out of
kind of
10
like
cats, yes.
it's kind of like, you know how like people not from America think we all ride horses and shit still, which in Texas that is partially true.
But it's really just you and your daughter.
Pretty much. There's just a few of us. I fit that stereotype, but not many. So you always think like Brits are like, I watch a lot of British like YouTubers and stuff, and it's funny watching them get mad at each other. Like you wonder how often that happens on a daily basis, like just out in the street. I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch this because I've never heard of it now. Now it's all
I
about
think I
liking.
played you a clip. It was like
Probably.
you and Charlie. It was after the show.
You've played a few clips, but
But yeah, the show is 8 out of 10 cats is one show, and 8 out of 10 cats does countdown is another one, and there's just seasons of them up on YouTube, and I watch them to really just chill out.
okay. I heard that they were bringing it back. I know I've seen a couple episodes. I don't know if they're new or not. But there's a lady doing it now.
Aisha Tyler, she is funny as hell. I have adored Aisha Tyler for a long time, since she was doing the soup.
Yeah. I haven't seen her since she was on the soup, so I had forgot what her name was, but oh, example, Peggy Carter smacked Howard Stark in the face when she tells him off. Yeah. Yes, I ride a horse and it shits. More like I train it, my daughter rides it, but see, I've watched the Weakest Link. I don't like that woman.
Well, I don't know. Do you have, because like I said before, CB is in Great Britain, so
Yeah.
and The Weakest Link is a British show, which means that they might have a different host.
True. No, it's not the Weakest Link I've watched. It's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I don't like that woman. She's obnoxious funny. I don't like her. I don't like her at all.
I don't know who hosts that. I know Our Weakest Link is now hosted by Jane Lynch.
Okay, maybe that's it then. There's one of those new shows that just came back. I thought it was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That's one where the lights come down and they like can pull the audience, or yeah, you're making me think too much today. My brain is like, no, I can't do this. No. I ate, so now I can take my meds and some Tylenol again. Alright. So I want to get one more in, but we are getting kind of close. And y'all know me, I don't like to go over anybody if I don't have to. So let's just do a 10-minute, and then we'll do outros real quick, and then everybody can jump over to Jules' stream.
Looks like Jimmy Kimmel is hosting Millionaire now.
Okay. So yeah, it's the Weakest Link woman that I don't like. Yeah, the original version had Anne Robinson, and she went to the U.S. and did it, and she was not successful because it only lasted 2 seasons.
But we did learn who Anne Robinson is, and
yes, we did.
Kind of love her.
We'll keep her if you don't want her. All right, let's get this last one going in 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. Bum.
Boom.
Bum, 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 bum. How did everybody do for the sprint and for the stream?
Not too bad. Well, I mean, I watched more of the show, so.
I managed to get almost all of chapter 5, so almost 2 full chapters done this stream. Haha, Master Sango, you beat Devin. Neener, neener, neener. Brings Devin down to 2 out of 4.
50%.
It's okay. We still love Tugwaddle. Alright. Since we're more awake now, do you want to do outros just in case?
Sure, we can. I do want to say to Chandra that, if I'm not mistaken, the CW website has a lot of the new Who's Line on it.
Yeah, I haven't checked it lately. I used to watch the website all the time, but CB says every time I hear the boom, I want to blurt out the line from Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!
Wait, is Ann Robinson going to replace Jimmy Carr?
Good question.
Oh yeah, so my outro, because I keep getting diverted. I wanted to go into the chat because stuff happened that I wanted to talk about. Let's see. I am an author of urban fantasy. I'm an editor at rosecityediting.com. I do sim streams on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I run a Vampire the Masquerade tabletop RPG at noon on Thursdays, and I do my sprints on Saturdays at 4, except this coming weekend, it's going to be the Worldwide Write-a-thon, where my slot is the noon slot on Saturday.
It's going to be a long weekend.
I'm in 4 of the sprints.
Alright, and I'm Amber Kraft. I write paranormal romance. I am here every Sunday at noon Eastern, whatever time that equals for you. Even when I switch to Texas, it will still be noon Eastern. That just means I can sleep in a little bit. The 21st and the 28th, we will not be having Sunday streams because the 21st I will be moving me, and the 28th I will be moving a horse. So next stream for me will be after next weekend will be the 4th. But they will still say the same time. What did you do? You're horrible, Devin. You're horrible.
Ass waddle.
At least it's ass waddle, not ass tug. I'll take it. And Chandra edited half a page. I am the host of the Afterthought podcast. You can watch the episodes video-wise on YouTube, and in the descriptions of those videos are all the places you can go to listen. That will be on hold while I'm moving, but hopefully in April or May we'll be able to get one out. I will have Marla's. I'm getting all of her stuff for her new book out in the descriptions, but that will come out this week sometime. I know it's Easter Sunday. I just have horrible timing. But you know what? It's there. I'm not going to start my very first church going again in Texas on Easter Sunday because then I'm not going to know who's there from before and who's not. So who's just doing the Easter thing and who's really coming to church. So we're just, yeah. But I will still be streaming. So while other people are cooking. So that I can just do that. So, and I will be with Meadow on Tuesdays for the next 2 Tuesdays, and with Jayce until I leave. And I will probably be doing some pop-ups this week, just because I've got most of the stuff I had to get done. So I'll be packing.
Wah, wah, wah.
I'm gonna have to change that because my neighbor that we're going with, that was his old ringtone. He's like, I want it back. I was like, no, I stole it, bitch. Mine now. All right, that was my notification that Jules is going live. So we will go ahead and wrap up. Devin, do you want to throw in her link or your links to find her? Yeah. So 10th and 11th is WrestleMania. This is true.
It'd be much easier if we could just raid.
I know. It's the only thing I hate that you can't do on YouTube that you can do on StreamYard, but you're welcome. We look forward to seeing Chandra on Jayce's stream on Saturday and everything. So I'm kind of waiting for Devin to throw the link up. I don't have the links to your link, Devin, so I gotta go make my spreadsheet because you never sent me
your links up in the air.
I know Devin has a spreadsheet and he needs to send it to me so I can be his assistant thoroughly. There you go.
Oh, and Chandra, check the Worldwide Write-a-thon Discord stream 11. Or not stream 11, stream 4.
Let's say, aren't you 4?
Well, I'm in 4, 5, 11, and 12.
Oh, since it happens earlier for you? Yeah. All right. So, yeah, rating would be awesome. I really wish we could do that. But as well as I wish we could share more than one screen. But hey, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here is Devin's. And if you're sub to Jewel, which if you're not, you should be, she is streaming now. So go to those. Happy writing and happy life, guys. Bye.